I remember seeing this paint scheme many times during NASCAR and TNT Summer Series, at Pocono, Michigan, and of course, Sonoma. Such a beautiful scheme in my opinion, and who doesn't love the AFLAC duck? Here is Carl Edwards' 2010 AFLAC Ford Fusion. Howdy folks, it's Diecastbuffet here again, and welcome back to another NASCAR Diecast review. Today's car is from 2010, it's got a duck on it, and it's Carl Edwards' 2010 AFLAC Ford Fusion. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I remember seeing this car on track, both with the wing on it and not the wing, and I gotta admit, man, if Carl Edwards had one paint scheme to remember him by, it would probably be the 99 AFLAC Ford. And I remember him taking, I don't know if it was this paint scheme or something very similar to it, but he took it to victory lane. His last win, I think, at Sonoma with Roush. Now, that was a long time ago. That was in 2014. And it's sad to see how Carl Edwards, retired early, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit nostalgic now, which is kind of crazy to say. Let's go ahead and get this diecast out of the box. Here she is, folks, brand new out of the box. And this car, man, it looks almost identical to his 2009 AFLAC one. It's literally just a few small sponsors, like these corner panel sponsors or something that's different. It's much different than his 2008 one, which was an entirely different paint scheme. But first thing I noticed is the back tire. I don't know why, but it feels like it's a little too high up. I don't know why, but maybe it's just me. I love these old molds, man. They just, something about them, man. They just feel good. They just feel good. Clear coat on them. Clear coat just feels good, and it's a pretty cool paint scheme, man. I mean, they incorporated black, like a teal blue, and lime. I wouldn't say lime green. It would be more like a algae green, I would say. It's a little bit lighter than when it's off camera. Like, it looks a little bit more like lime on camera, but off camera it's like an algae green. Take it for what it is. It looks pretty good in my opinion. And then of course you got the signature AFLAC duck, and who doesn't like AFLAC? So let's go ahead and go over the sponsorship. So of course on the hood you have AFLAC, you got Scott's, Ford Fusion, and then you got Goodyear, NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. You got the signature Roush number 99, and this font was not always ran with Carl Edwards. Believe it or not, it was ran with two other drivers. This font was ran with Ryan Reed in 2016. I believe it was 2016, and this font was also ran in Jeff Burton's last year at Roush. So you got AFLAC, of course, on the side, and you got some smaller decals over here on the left and right rear quarter panel. You got AFLAC Cancer Center. You got Gillette Young Guns. On the B post, I see Ford, Subway, Valvoline, and I don't know what the other one is, Speedco or something. You got AFLAC.com here. You got Signature 99 on the roof. AFLAC on the deck lid. AFLAC on the back. We've got you under our wing. I remember that slogan, and it takes you back, man. It really does. This car, when I see it, it just reminds me of the NASCAR on TNT Summer Series at Sonoma. That's what it reminds me of, because I remember seeing this paint scheme so much, and it's a really cool one, man. It's basic, but it's really good. It has like the back end of the car has, I would say, a green wing, and then right here it has the wing. They could have just done it black and white. No, they incorporated the green, and I think they made a really cool looking paint scheme. Now, I think the only beef I would have with it is I wish the side number was a little bit bigger. I think that would look good, because they do have some room beneath it when you can see the trim line. The trim line is right above my right thumb. There's still a little bit of room. They could have made this but a number decal a little bit bigger, and that would have definitely made me a little bit more happy. But in terms of quality, man, this thing is practically flawless, to be honest. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. You got your, bright green. I mean, honestly, it's like a Shrek green, honestly. That's what it kind of reminds me of, is a Shrek green. You got a Shrek green splitter. Pretty cool. AFLAC on the winglets. I mean, overall, man, it's a pretty solid diecast. Like, I don't see any flaws with it. I mean, it is, this is vintage action racing collectible quality, and you gotta love it, man. You got to love it. This is back when people actually cared about their diecasts, and they actually cared about making good ones. They didn't just chase the dollar and not care about customer satisfaction. And when you bought one of these cars, man, brand new, you knew you were going to get a really good diecast. I mean, very rarely do you see one that's out of place. Yeah, this one's, the Scott's logo is, I mean, just a fraction skewed to the left. Like, it's down left. But guess what? That's fine. That's perfectly fine. It doesn't bother me because it's such a minor thing. I mean, I love these old COT cars from Winter Circle and Action. I mean, they just make such good quality stuff, man. And see that little thing right there? It just brushes off. Just scrapes off. It's done. It's gone. That little thing. And look at the clear coat on these things, man. I mean, we're just talking shine on these things. Just straight up shine. Beautiful job by Action and Winter Circle with these cars, man. Man, let me tell you, this is a high-quality diecast. I see nothing wrong with it, and it'll definitely go with my 2010 collection. And I'm starting to realize that I got a lot of Carl Edwards diecasts. I mean, as of right now, I have 1, 2, 3, now 4, 5, and 6. So I have 6 2010 Carl Edwards diecasts. That's freaking crazy. I mean, he's not even my favorite driver, but I was always an Edwards fan. Up until he went to Joe Gibbs Racing, then I was kind of bummed. But when he was back at Roush, no question, he was an awesome dude. And that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know what y'all think about this vintage 2010 AFLAC Ford Fusion. I think it's a pretty cool diecast, very high quality. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to Diecast Buffet for more NASCAR diecast content, gameplay, vlogs, all that cool stuff. Anywho, that's going to be all for now. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you're having a great one. And Diecast Buffet, signing off.